Okay, it looks like we have more factoring. Let me zoom it in. So again, let me play the game. What makes this difficult? The fact that the y squared isn't there. So this is really like x squared plus 2x, but you have to put something there. Sorry, that's brightness is not working out here. Plus 1, okay? So that would really be x plus 1 times x plus 1, which is x plus 1 squared, okay? But the problem is, it's x to the 4th, so that would be x squared. And there's actually a y on the back end. Okay, so let me make that a little bit nicer. Oops, of course I didn't. And that's my final answer. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, I definitely see that there's a lot going on, but I also see I can divide by 2. I'm going to put this down here so I remember in the end. It's got to be divided by 2. Sorry, sneeze. Okay, now what makes this confusing is the n for me and the y. So if I rewrote this, this would be 2x cubed plus 14x squared plus 24x. Okay, and, oh, I divided out the 2. But actually, when I look at that now, I should have taken out a 2x. So that would be 2x, x squared plus 7x plus 12, and that's x plus 3, x plus 4. Okay? Now, with that being said, now I got to put everything back in. So I had 2x, x plus 3, x plus 4. But now I have to remember that I have things in there. So that means there's got to be an n, and an n. And then a y at the back end. Y, y. Great. All right, so there's my final answer. Hopefully that was clear enough for you. Let me zoom it in a little bit to make sure you could see it. Okay, all right. The next one, it looks like it's multiple choice. So they want to know the place where they cross. It looks like it crosses at 3, 1. And it crosses at negative 3, 1. But if you look, all they want to know is the x values. So be careful. Sometimes they may want the point. Sometimes they want the x values. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so there's different ways to approach this. I could box this out. If I box this out, 8 times 8 is 64, but this says 16. That's out. 8 times 8 is 64. That says 16. That one's out. Okay, I'm going to pen. This is 16 minus 4 squared, so that works. Okay, find a pen that works. And this is 16 minus 4x squared, so that works. And then if I boxed this out, this would be 16 minus 8x plus x squared times 4. And that's, there is no x, so that one's out, so it's just C and D. What am I going to require for a test? You got to show me some work, okay? You could easily graph, well, not easily, because it's kind of annoying in the graphing calculator, all of these and just see that it's C and D. So you got to show me a little bit of work to show that they're equal. So if you see that these two are the answers, do me a favor, box them out and show me you get that. Box this out, show me you get that. Okay? All right. Determine the solution. So I'm not going to mess with this, but I'll do this. And I'm really good at solving for y. So I'm going to do that. Negative 5x. Let's see, divide by 4. And I get y equals negative 5/4 x. So now I'm going to take this, and that's going to go right in there for my y. So let me rewrite this. Let me make it a little bit bigger. So that means I'm going to write x squared plus parentheses negative 5/4x squared equals 81. I know some of you are a little scared, but don't be scared, okay? If I square negative 5, it's 25. And if I square 4, it's 16. And if I square x, it's x squared. Okay? There's different ways to do this problem, but for me, what makes it difficult is that 16. Whenever I see a fraction, I'm just going to get rid of it by multiplying by 16. I get 16x squared plus, the 16 is gone, 25x squared. So now I can easily put those together. And then 81 times 81 times 16, I don't know. 1296. Okay, and now I divide by 41. Wait, something happened. Did I do that right? Let's see. 81 times 16, 1296 divided by 41. Wait, something happened. Did I add 16 plus 25 wrong? All right, I got to figure out my issue. Hold on. All right, all of you saw it way sooner than me. This says 41. I put 81. Let's try this again. I don't even know where 81 came from. So let's try this again. 41 times 16. 656. Okay. Divided by 41, 16. X squared equals 16, square root, square root. So one of my x values is 4, and one of my x values is negative 4. Now I'm going to take those values and I'm going to plug it in. I don't care which one. You guys probably want to plug it into this one. So that means I'm going to go, let me zoom out a little bit. 5 times 4 plus 4y equals 0. 20 plus 4y equals 0. Subtract 20. Divide by negative 4. And then this is the same thing, but instead of it being a positive 4, it's a negative 4. So let me zoom in a little bit in case you didn't see that. So I would go 5 times negative 4 plus 4y equals 0. Negative 20 plus 4y equals 0. Add 20. Divide by 4. And there's my answers. Okay? Let's say I'm not sure if I'm right. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. Add them, I get 41. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. Add them, I get 41. Yay for me. Okay? All right, they want you to solve this graphically and algebraically. I think algebra is easier. They both say y equals, so set them equal to each other. Anytime I have a squared, set it equal to 0, so move the 2x. Factor it, 2 numbers that multiply and 2 numbers that add. Boom, the x value, boom, the x value. In order to get the y value, man, you hope it's so no problem on this, right? Plug it in. So 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Yes, you're going to show your work. So now I'm going to cheat a little bit, even though I'm not cheating, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one of my answers. Negative 1, negative 2. Okay, so we hope that if I know how to graph, and I did this right, that we're good to go. So if I'm going to graph this one, there's an imaginary plus 0. So I'm going to go up 0. Then I'm going to go up 2, right 1. Up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. Yay for me. Down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1. So far, I'm good to go. Now I need to graph this one. This is my parabola. Remember that when my b equals 0, my x value of my vertex is 0. So that means I'm going to go negative 1, negative 2, 1, 2. If I plug in 0, 0 squared is 0, minus 3 is negative 3. These two should match and those two should match, so I'll use the positive value. 1 squared is 1, minus 3 is negative 2. 2 squared is 4, minus 3 is 1. And now I'm going to graph it. Negative 2, 1, negative 1, negative 2. Yay. So that one matches that one. 0, negative 3, 1, negative 2, 2, 1. The problem is I didn't account for the 3. So I have to come down here. Let me make sure I'm right. 3 squared is 9, minus 3 is 6. There's my 3, 6. It's a miracle. I circle those two, and I'm good to go. Hopefully this was a good review for you.